Friends in Christ, Pastor Brian here. This past weekend, Karen and I went on our first major outing in a while. We joined our extended family at the Orchestra Iowa performance of John Williams' scores at the Paramount Theater in Cedar Rapids. It was a beautiful, sunny and warm day, and the music brought back many good memories of past experiences watching those movies. It was refreshing. While I often will close my eyes at such concerts to listen to the music more closely, I did spend time watching the orchestra. And I was once again struck by the richness, the fullness of the sound that is produced by this assembly of individuals and instruments. And while each of these individuals is skilled in their craft, they'd sound lovely on their own. When combined with the right mix of other instruments, the result is astounding. The rumble of the timpani that you can feel in your chest, the soaring of the violins that takes you flying with them, the brass that gets your feet moving, your heart pumping, all of these together make for an experience that you just can't catch in a recording or through a screen. And it got me thinking about how important each of those individuals were. Well, you might not notice if one drops out for a moment to turn a page or take a breath because the others in their sections will cover for them. If any one of them were not there, then the whole would suffer. The sound would be different, less dynamic, not as rich or full. Each of those 48 individuals on stage and their talents are needed to produce something that is greater than the sum of their parts. And I also know from experience that there are many more working in the background to make sure the space had good acoustics, the lights and chairs and music stands are set, that those coming to hear the orchestra can find their seats, have a snack, move easily into and out of the space. Each of these people is an integral part of the whole, of making sure people have a transformative experience. A church is a bit like an orchestra. Each of us has different talents, but each one is needed to produce the rich, full sound of the gospel in our community. We need the bright and energetic ones who will pull us along and excite us for ministry. We need those who will help our souls soar to the sky to commune with God. And we need those others who make sure folks can find their seats and that they can get to the meal. Like an orchestra, each and every one of our assembly plays a vital role in our mission and ministry. There are times when we stop to take a breath and others can cover for us. I just experienced one of those moments. But we do need all of us, regardless of our gifts, to make sure people have a transformative experience of the gospel. Would you like to be a part of this orchestra that is St. John Lutheran Church? To help us proclaim the transformative gospel of Jesus Christ in word and in deed? If so, come on along. We'd love to have you to join your unique gifts and talents to our assembly, to broaden and deepen the music of the gospel that we can play into the world. And now would be an especially good time to join us, as we'll start our Lenten journey next Wednesday, March 2nd, with our Ash Wednesday service at 7 o'clock p.m. You can also join us that day for a Lenten soup supper at 6 o'clock p.m. We'd love to have some volunteers to share a favorite soup with us or a light sandwich for that meal. A sign-up will be out this weekend if you can help. It's also a good time as we will be starting our Lenten study that same day, March 2nd, a study that focuses on the discipline of prayer. We'll use Michael Reinhardt's book, Learning to Pray Again, peace and joy through an ancient practice. I encourage each of you to buy a copy of the book and join us in this daily discipline for the 40 days of Lent, so that together we might better hear and play the music of our God. God's blessings.